Valentina can deal damage towards him. Because usually when you see other gold leaders who want a longer range, something like a Farsa, but close range heroes, Valentina is good, especially when you can get the Eternal Guard. It can help you a lot.
Let's not forget that they also trade really effectively in the earlier stages of the game, right? The laning phase is going to be quite important. If Vexana loses 90% of her HP clearing 2 waves, is that technically fair for her? And I think that TODAK at this point, now seeing the Edith make a couple of regrets, it means that being proactive in this game might hurt them. Okay. Terizla, as expected here. Do we see the export from the side of TODAK?
They don't really have much choices here.
They can still go for like Paquito if they really wanted to.
Are they gonna put the roam, roughly say, on the Arlo roam here? Because it feels like they're trying to set up in this way, but I feel like this Arlo is actually gonna be played by Momo, and TODAK might consider picking up like a Florine or Angela for off this year. Knowing his hero pool.
I don't know. I feel like Arlo in the support range, especially when you're up against an Edith, not
exactly
bad.
Great. Is it?
I don't think it really comes down to, can you vengeance the CC?
Okay.
Like, if you always got a vengeance, it's all about one interaction, being able to deny the CC with your vengeance. It's all you need to do.
All right.
Okay, here's the thing. I feel like they still need to have the same idea. Let Momo win his lane. Now that you have a Matilda, you can get to his lane much faster. If Momo has a rough time again, I think it's going over to KGE.
Added a little bit more flexibility to the composition. Try to account for any kind of outliers or adjustments coming from both of these sides. I respect it. With that being said, game 2 of our very first match here of playoffs day number 1 of this best of 5 series. Currently, KGE 1-0 against TODAK in this best of 5. Let's jump into the land of Dawn before we continue. Play-ins have been looking off really good. But at this point, we need to see something from TODAK. We want to see them fight to win. We want to see them fight to survive. Bring it up to 1-1. Let's jump right into the game.
Well, it is going to be a do or die right now. TODAK adapting to the meta. King Empire still relying on their composition. A little bit of adaptation here. Hopefully things will be a little bit different in game 2 for TODAK.
Right now, my only worry is that can they deal enough damage onto Smooth? That's it. Because that Terizla is going to be very tanky, especially with the body of Smith. So, again, if they can take down the Terizla, it's going to be good. If not, this is going to be a war of attrition, and I'm not sure which one is going to win, King Empire or TODAK. It should be TODAK because they do have the heal, but remembering the mistake they did in the previous game, I have my doubts.
Well, we'll see. This will be their opportunity to prove that to you. I think for the most part, I'm curious to see how KGE is going to respond to TODAK, right? Because it feels like TODAK is the type of composition that wants to be a little bit more proactive on the map in comparison to KGE.
Yeah, and seeing how this is happening as well here, you can see, like, I think Lafayette brought it up as well, like, on XP lane, as long Momo wins his lane, he's going to be fine. But right now, he's freezing the lane, but top side, no lane, Zyme. Purified already expended before the first turtle.
He did not want to die.
Yeah, I feel like he would have died there.
He was gonna get run down if he did it. He just used his shadow dash as well. Now my bot side though, nothing much seems to be happening between Shizone as well as Sasa, both being very uninteractive, but Revelation just being mega annoying, just making sure that he spots out Sutsujin wherever he goes.
I mean, like the fact that Sutsujin is able to steal some camps over from Gary, I think this is a big deal, man. Like in the early game, you will be able to feel the difference when this Baxia gets level 5 before you.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about King Empire, right? Because of the rotations coming from Sutsujin here, he was able to steal a camp on top of it all. And once he gets his level 5, means that against Gary, he is most likely going to lose out in a retry battle in terms of overall damage output. But for now, King Empire, they're going to try to make a play up top though. Do they get it? Seems like Sutsujin comes in. Oh, TODAK dodges the bullet.
Oh, I feel like they just wanted level 4 and they got it. Zyme Sembo is level 4 as well, thanks to his passive. So now, TODAK going up against King Empire. Smooth hits level 4 now, so this becomes a little bit scarier for TODAK.
Yeah, it is going to be a little bit slow here. Smooth going to be zoning them off here. But a big final slash from Momo. Catches Vader, but he somehow survives. He eventually falls. Smooth trying to fight back as much as he can, but he's going to be left completely alone here as TODAK cleans him out all bit by bit. Zyme Senpai with the double kill.
good play by Momo. Good flicker final slash before they could posture for an angle on to that penalty zone from Smooth. They made sure that they bit quick and they bit fast. They dealt so much damage, right? The impact was huge.
I mean, this is the strongest that TODAK can be when Momo gets to play. The previous game, he didn't get to play, so this time, a little bit better, even though he is unable to roam as freely as he wants to. He has to stay in the lane just because the Terizla is controlling him that hard, but so far, at least he gets the advantage around the turtle.
Oh no, Shizo actually got the creep as well. Sasa trying his best to scare off these wolves, but TODAK, as of yet, they're feeling a little bit more confident compared to game 1. And King Empire, they have to play this carefully now.
Yeah, man, the changes, the hotfix changes, especially to the Rogers, they're like, oh yes, he has too much spell vamp. You know what? Because you have too much life steal, we're going to make your wolf form a little stronger. We're going to give you more armor, so he's able to just tank damage from his boss call for free.
Oh,
he's fine. He's
being used. He's going to be able to get out here on top of the Matilda's gliding wind. Came Empire once again in a very awkward situation. They're trying to set up with the Purifies, but again, TODAK, they are aware about this. Look at this, Rafflesia. So much confidence now compared to the Mineral game.
Hey man, when you have three Purifies on your side, it's just, what are you gonna do?
Oh no, Peter is dead. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. TODAK finds another pick. And now bottom lane here, Sasa might be in a little bit of trouble. They are gonna try and retrieve him as wave over here. Sasa trying to get out, but Shiso will get the kill. And King Empire now getting taunted by TODAK Susujin in a very difficult spot, but again, Turtle going to be the priority here. Dato trying to make a play on his own, but it's not good enough. Momo strikes once more.
Ooh, something about Momo getting a solo kill is very satisfying to me.
Is it that satisfying? I feel like I've become numb to it, right? I expect him to kill somebody sometimes. TODAK right now with a 2.3k lead in the bag. And right now, King Empire can't seem to be keeping up with the tempo. Like, TODAK have really amped up on the gas.
But here's the thing, though. Sasa is on this Moskov. He can make a difference.
Yeah, it is going to be a little bit difficult here, but now with the final slash coming in, Momo getting caught out with the penalty zone. They're calling in the rest of the team, but again, Gary secures the turtle. Peter getting left all by himself. Shizo was able to find a double now. Gary gonna try and catch out Dato. He does catch it. The Abraser's Wrath will not connect, but King Empire, they lose to the turtle, and they are losing map control as well, as TODAK gonna be knocking on a tier 1 down bottom.
He learned his lesson. He flickered out of there, even though he landed the fear. He just didn't want the chance of getting one shot like the previous game. 0-7 currently, 4.2k lead for TODAK.
So Gideon, let's have this conversation.
Oh yeah.
You remember when we had basically negative win rate on the Arlet as well as the Quad?
Yes.
Opening up the regular season?
Yes.
Moskov has been great everywhere else, right? Can we imagine for the first 2 days of playoffs, Moskov has a negative win rate?
It might be a
it's just a MY thing. You know, it's like,
yeah, it's definitely an NY thing, man. Oh, dude, not even that. Even like even Natan had some pretty terrible win rates in the first 3 weeks until it slowly started to get back up into place. For the most part, I think that especially for these gold laters, it really is the pilot and not the plane.
Yeah, I do agree. So right now, TODAK having 4,000 gold lead, this is massive for them. I like that this time Shizo is much more confident actually moving up and trying to deal out the damage compared to when he was using the Moskov. Now, this is Sasa. Sasa is one of the more veteran players in the MPL in general, not just in his team, in general. So I do want to see, after getting 3 items, how does he react? Because for TODAK, they don't have the Vengeance. So he has more opportunities to free hit.
Well, they're trying to get up his farm for now, as Peter and Dato also going to be setting up an ambush on his lane. Unfortunately, the concealed play gets scouted out by TODAK, and they're not going to be able to react to this here. And as soon as this happens, King Empire, they have to back out. They lose a tier 1 up top, and TODAK, they're looking to try to make a play here. Zion Senpoi does have the primal form coming in, so he is going to be a little bit more hurtful. But Momo now getting scouted out by Susujin, but the teammates a little bit too far off to actually provide assistance right now.
Hey man, it just goes to show how strong TODAK is when Momo gets to play the game. And not only does he get to play the game, he's winning out in his lane. He's a full level ahead of Smooth. He was a full level ahead of Smooth ever since the very first turtle. And now KGE have no tempo, no control over the map, and we're able to get tier 1 bot side and top side, even though it was like a bit of a weird rotation, right? If you're in King Empire's position, I don't think Sasa wanted to move that early, but the fact that Shizo did really puts Smooth at odds against him.
Yeah.
One thing that I do have to say is Zyme Senpai is doing an amazing job controlling the mid duo. And all this while, it feels like he's doing it alone, giving room for Rafflesia to actually move around the river as well as stepping out the side lanes, because Zyme Senpai is level 10, Deto is level 8. It's been quite a while that they've been a 2-level difference here. So Zyme Senpai just using his passive, getting a level advantage over his counterpart, able to control 2. This is why I like the Valentina in this kind of draft, and I like it when Zyme Senpai is using it.
Oh no, Sunsujin, he might be in a little bit of trouble here. Momo does have the angle for the final slash, but again, doesn't want to overcommit. Tier 1 still stands. Rafflesia getting scouted out by Vitter, but he's so low. Nice sidestep here, but does he have the taunt? Oh, Gary missing the taunt. So Vitter will live to tell another day as they try to strike back onto his top side. Gets scouted out, but here he comes, Gary. 2-man taunt. Zyme Senpai looking for the play. Eternal God stops the back line. Gary gonna be looking for the flank. Vitter gonna be surviving for now. Sunsujin will fall under turret. And Smooth as well tried to make a counterplay, but Zyme Senpai destroys them both with the double kill, not even using the ultimate here.
Good work from Gary. Good work from TODAK. They cut off reinforcement paths towards their tier 2 and canceling out the circling eagle mid-animation. Just very nicely done from Gary.
Yeah, right now TODAK is definitely in control. For King Empire, they're just buying time. And I gotta say, Deto has to step up here because he's been very defensive. He's helping out his teammates, but he's not really being the one to enable things happening, if you catch my drift. He's reacting what TODAK is trying to do. He's not forcing TODAK to react to what he wants to do.
I think the worst part is that he's not exactly the strongest diver on the team. He's designed to be an anchor, to sit in the back line and stay safe as much as he can and wait for that big impact moment. But TODAK, I think he's worried about the flicker final slash from Momo. He's also worried about the circling eagle from Rafflesia. Good Spirit of Destruction, but I don't think it's going to result into anything.
They can't. They just can't fight this year. 7k net worth difference. Lord now in the hands of TODAK, and I'm pretty sure this lead is going to go even bigger now. Whereas King Empire, they need to find a way to get levels up on Deto and Vitter, because right now they need to be able to match TODAK's tankiness as well as damage output. And if they don't do that anytime soon here, it might be a very, very clean game coming from TODAK.
Yeah, because I'm looking at all the levels, and it's only the mid that's really suffering here, because Zyme Senpai is 2 levels instead of Deto. Everyone else just 1 level.
Well, middle lane here, Smooth. He's going to get caught out, but at the same time, with the assist of Sasa, he's going to be able to get out here. Gary also going to be locked in as well, but TODAK doesn't want to hard dives it yet. They are waiting for the Lord up on the top side. Waiting and waiting. Middle turret still will be standing, but again, it's all about timing right now. It's just when do they strike, and in this case, King Empire looking for the moment. They can't just open up the play. Weir still has the flicker. Deto just got his one as well, but the Lord gets defended very, very quickly. But again, objective is going to be the key coming in from TODAK. Here comes the spear. Sasa thinking about a jump, but can they go? 2-man stun, but no follow-up. A little bit too far off, as King Empire just wants to defend this, and TODAK gets no value more than just an inhibitor down bottom.
I think that's more than enough, right? They've set up the checkmate angle. Next Lord, develop a 10k lead, starve out King Empire. 1 inhibitor already down, maybe even a second, and then close the game from there.
Yeah, they're going to try and go for more. Here comes the drop into Got it, but a taunt! Smooth! Not able to be caught out here. They're trying their best to go in for the final slash, but a little bit slow off. Gary now with the taunt has to get out. Missed timings here coming from the members of TODAK, but King Empire will live to tell another day as they lose their buffs, and they will be able to hold on for now.
Look at the damage dealt by Zyme Senpai. And this is just onto Deto as well as Vitter. I mean, every once in a while during the team fights, we can see him going out of his way to deal way more damage onto everyone else, but this is so...
This is outlandish. Like,
yeah, this is outlandish, yeah.
Like, is he playing Novaria or something? What's going on? Zyme, he's playing a mid-range mage, and he's getting so much value out of it. For the most part.
Oh no, TODAK is back. They're spelling T right now, and guess what?
Are they?
I guess they're spelling T. They were.
They're trying.
They're trying.
What?
Roughly.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, there we go. They finally got it.
Talk about miscommunication. How hard is it to make a T?
You know what's really crazy? Zyme Senpai is level 14, 12 minutes in the game as a mid laner.
No, like I said, this is... Everyone else is just 1 level difference. Zyme Senpai is the one that The pass of Valentina is so good, people keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, they do. They do. Every time you are progressively, every time you're making hits against your opponent, you're getting the EXP, and it stacks up when you're being overly aggressive against your opponents. You're rewarded for that, in a matter of fact. But now this is where it all boils down to it. King Empire, they cannot give this Lord away for TODAK for free. They got to take something away, whether it be a tower, whether it be a pick, they need something.
Yeah, this Lord is going to fall very, very quickly here. King Empire not able to respond to this. They've got the spear, looking for the snipes. Gets blocked off. But TODAK, once again, secures the Lord. Going for the next objective here. It is going to be the purple. They need everyone. Penalty zone already expended from King Empire. No value for this, as TODAK is going to be crashing in. 9-0 as of yet. King Empire not ready to fight this at all. They can't. I don't think they can at all. Oh, it's tough. Zion Senpai in the base as well, and there's just no respawn here. Taunt from Gary. Gets out to safety. Inhibitor will fall. TODAK continuing with the assault. Slowly but surely. King Empire not going to be able to do anything. They have to make a move at some point. Lord comes in. Peter finally makes the play. He's going to get collapsed here. They're focusing on Momo, but they eventually take him down. Final slash not committed. They lose Peter. They lose Sutsujin, but Sasa from the sides. He's making the play. He somehow survives this, and now Sasa will be able to push them back despite the crash from TODAK. What a play from Sasa.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
That's the power of a Moskov. This is the 3-item power spike. In fact, looking at 14 minutes here, it might be a 4-item power spike. This is the strength of a Moskov. When he gets going, good luck trying to stop him. Right now, he has 4 items. He even has the Wind of Nature. I'm unsure whether he used it just now or not. But again, this is the strength. All you need is an opportunity. All you need is some space. Victor bought him space. Victor used his flicker to get the Earth Shatter, to get something going on to Momo. And after that, Sasa was just like, you know what? Good enough. That's all I need.
He finds it, right? I'm more surprised that he wasn't able to clean up the rest of TODAK. Everybody was able, well, a good majority of them, right? The fact that only 3 people walked away with just a sliver of health was all thanks to Reflecia each and every time. I'm surprised that we didn't see Sasa clean up the rest of TODAK in that fight alone, but this opens up opportunity, right? Now, they've missed, technically, quote-unquote, missed the checkmate angle. TODAK has one more attempt at this at 45 seconds.
You know what's the difference maker here?
What's the difference maker?
The person that he killed was Momo as well as Gary.
Yeah.
Neither of them have enough kills for a shutdown goal. If he was able to take down Shizo with 4 kills or Zion Senpai with 5 kills, he would have gotten a shutdown goal, and I kind of feel like he would have gotten his Malefic Roar as well. This is the foresight that TODAK has, that the moment they see this Moskov going crazy, they're like, okay guys, we know where this is going, let's cut our losses. So this is their experience going up against Moskov, and they're like, we know we're ahead. We're 8,000 ahead, in fact. But we can still lose to a Moskov.
That's the thing, right? It's so crazy to see how TODAK dropped the ball right there. But again, you have to give props to the King Empire here, because they were able to find and stop Momo before he drops that final slash, which I think is the winning factor for TODAK. But again, it came down to luck. It may be luck, it might be skill, it may be timing, but for now, it is still a very, very long journey for King Empire, as a Lord Dance will begin between both TODAK and King Empire. Oh boy, what do they do? Purple buffs first. Lord down half HP. Lanes are good. TODAK, they may need to rush this here. Sutsujin, you've got to catch the biggest retry here. Getting taunted up. Now here comes the final slash. He's dead before he can do anything. Unstoppable for Shizo. Now the collapse comes in. They are going to try and fight everyone here. Meanwhile, Vader will pay with his life, but Sasa is able to find someone. Dito secures the Lord. TODAK, they did not know what to do. And now Sasa getting free hits after free hits. And the spear to find one from behind. Now the collapse comes in. TODAK, they're losing members left, right, front, and center. What are they thinking? Now Zion has to run for his life. And King Empire somehow they made the most impossible comeback in the history of MPL, and just like that, they're able to collapse, and now they're banging on the tier 3s on the crystal from Felicia. Syme Senpai, now penalty zone comes in, needs to purify out. They've got the tanks, they've got the minions. Gary is back, they lose Rafflesia, and now King Empire will have to back off as TODAK needs to defend this. Shizo is back online as well. This is what a instant crazy game here. Here's an instant replay. What the hell?
Looking at it's like, look at the positioning coming in from Sasa. The moment he sees that Gary's on that lore, he's like, it's now or never. I gotta go in. I gotta make sure I deal enough damage that this Fredrin goes down. And he indeed takes Fredrin down. And then after that, again, Sasa's just like, bro, just let me 1v9.
Oh boy, this is difficult here. But again now, with the Uno reverse card has been played, and jokes on TODAK as King Empire looking to try and close up this game. No immortalities up on TODAK. What will King Empire do? As Sasa is the biggest threat of them all right now.
Oh, King Empire equalized the score. Now ahead by 1.2k, but everybody's reaching their full build at this point. All that early game down the drain. Checkmate angle missed by TODAK. King Empire look to set up for themselves. 3 missing inhibitors compared to 2 in TODAK's side. And I think that TODAK, they're still in it to win it, but they've got to be so careful of Sasa. Let's see any situational items. I see a Winter Truncheon. I am seeing a Winds of Nature as well for Shizo. Do we see the engagement Winter? No. He's taking his time with this.
Oh boy, this is tough. Sasa making quick work with this tier 2, 18 minutes of the game. And this has got to be the biggest comeback ever. TODAK was 9k net worth advantage. Now, in King Empire is leading by 3,000. So that is a 13,000 chase back from King Empire? That's nuts.
It's a big lead. It's a big lead. But when we look at the damage now, Syme Senpai is still on the top.
Wow.
I mean, again, that just shows how Syme Senpai is a core factor of how TODAK wins the games. He is able to control the map so well. He's basically being a mid laner with the mentality of an EXP laner. But the fact is, when it comes to the late game, it's all about your gold laner. If you can shut down Sasa, then you have a good chance to win. The only problem is that Sasa has the Wind of Nature as well as the Purify. That Purify, someone has to sacrifice their life to take that Purify away. But by that time, I'm pretty sure Sasa has everything going well for him. So this is a very difficult situation where you want to catch Sasa on his Moskov, but it's easier said than done. And the question is, who? Rafflesia can go to the back line, can get Sasa, maybe even take away his Purify. But by that time, you take away your Matilda, and Matilda is the one that can heal you. Matilda is the one that can pull you out of a bad situation. So it's not a good option to let Rafflesia be the one to go to the back line. And Momo has tried, but so far, not good results.
I think the only person who can realistically do it is Syme Senpai, right? But that's under certain conditions, and I think it kind of depends on whether Sasa decides to overheat. We've seen him overheat before in these playoff games. Here we go, the 50-50.
Here he comes as well. He might be take 2 once again from TODAK. Draw Lord Storm stops on King Empire. They're trying to go for the toys for Song, but chain stun for Peter, trying to stop the Fredrin here, but once again it's Nato that steals the Lord. But Sasa hasn't shown himself yet. They've lose 1, but TODAK, they're thinking of backing out. Sasa finally joins the fight. Momo forced the fall, but the reset comes in. Sasa being prioritized. First immortality, it doesn't matter. Finally, TODAK will shut him down. No comeback. King Empire, you won't fall. The Empire strikes back. TODAK now looking to fight a little bit more, but they're so low. Smooth is able to fight Rafflesia. The Lord still pushing in. TODAK, what are you doing? They are so low. Final Stash comes in with the Trunket from Nato to buy time. He's got immortality. They're clearing the minions. They're dropping everything. They lose Nato, but guess what? He was able to take 1 with him. Smooth still holding on for King Empire. He's got the immortal, but Syme Senpai and Momo, they're so low. He needs to get out of Smooth. He cannot do any more than that. But guess what? He bought enough time. Veer spawns back, and now Veer will try and chase, the remaining members of TODAK. Run, Momo! Run! Peter with the conceal! Are you gonna able to get out? He's gonna try. He's got ultimate. He needs to go. But the spear! No!
He can't do this!
Doesn't connect! TODAK on full defense. King Empire trying to give us a game of our lives, man. What a game to start here in the playoffs for MPL.
And that's a full reset for both teams. I can't believe the game did not end off of that. TODAK desperate to end, but King Empire making sure that they hold on with everything they've got here in game number 2.
Smooth was just like, you shall not pass. Everyone tried. He's like, no, I'm big boy Terizla. I'm the Rizzler.
Oh, man.
He took everyone down, man. He bought enough time that Victor respond.
Oh,
If
boy.
Sasa hit that Spear of Destruction onto Zion Senpai, that's game.
Yeah,
that was
game.
totally game.
They honestly should change Terizla's passive from Body of the Smith to Body of Wall, because holy cow, he's just keeping them out.
Instead of
every
Body
single
Smith,
time.
Body Smooth.
Yeah, Body is smooth. Make it that double it down. Make it even better. Come up with a KGE skin while you're at it.
My gosh, Dato and Smooth, a beautiful defense, but again, it was too close to be called comfort here, as both teams 50-50 could have lost that, and Dato stealing the Lord made things a little bit easier for King Empire to defend against that.
Oh, man.
Still, again, luck is a skill. Skill is sometimes made by luck as well.
All right, they got to play this map well, because I think King Empire, they got to remember, they've got a Moskov on their side. It's high risk, high reward, but that's what you've drafted. At this point, they need some kind of control, because every single time I see this Lord come into place, TODAK, they've got naturally pushing waves. They've done all of their chores, and King Empire is always on the back foot because of that.
This is a crazy stat. Both 67% kill participation. In terms of gold per minute, Sasa has Shizo beat. Sasa in this game has been farming crazy. If the KDA doesn't resemble it, but he's farming faster than Shizo. That's amazing.
Agreed, but now Sasa, he just bought the power potion, so time is on King Empire's spot right now. They have to force a fight for the next 2 minutes before the power potion kind of wears off. Lord in the hands, down towards 30% now. TODAK, what are they gonna do? Do they take this on towards Sasa once more? They need to get the catch. Momo looking for the flank. Can't seem to find it. Gary with the taunt right now. It's not the right target, but they have to back off. Minions are being shoved up top. And King Empire still doesn't really know where TODAK is. They're showing face, but they don't really know what to do. What's the best situation right now? How do they fight this? But the Lord gets resetted. Oh.
They need Vitor to zone out Gary or Momo, and Sasa just needs to not get caught by Momo. Maybe use a Spear of Despair against Gary. It's hard to say, because no matter what move you see come out of Sasa, it feels like there's a good counter response from TODAK.
Honestly, the longer they wait this is good for TODAK because the waves is in their favor.
They played an ulti here. Gary still looking to commit to this. He's a little bit too far off. He's going to be able to get out here, but King Empire, he forced out the Primal Wrath, and TODAK doesn't want to overcommit here. They've dropped too many spells and not a lot of value from both sides. Now, minions shoved onto his King Empire, and TODAK will be the ones in control as they try to zone off the members of King Empire. Smooth checking the Lord health, but he's a little bit taking too much damage. A little bit too risky as they make the jump. Sutsujin still thinking what to do. Issue Unity gonna be wasting a little bit more. He gets stomped up as well, but here comes Galas. They're focusing on him. Can he get the kill? No, he still survives. Sasa still thinking, join the fight as well. He's still alive. They find one. They're looking for more. Lord still surviving this, but KGE members, their HP is so low. Sasa poking through the Lord. Not good enough. Gary takes the Lord, but no one dies from both sides.
Give me your thoughts on this, LaFell. Was it the right choice for Sasa to hit the Lord to maintain attack speed?
Definitely not. I feel like Susujin was not in a good situation to secure the Lord in the first place, because I feel like Victor being taken down, Victor was the one with the Earth Shadow that can actually control Gary to make sure that he can't retry that. So the fact that Victor died, that was not a good time for King Empire to force that. He should have gone for bodies, not for the Lord.
Yeah, I agree as well. I definitely think the Eternal Guard could have been used a little bit better, but let's see. TODAK now looking for the end game here.
Yep. This is going to be tough here. Smooth starting this off. Pedal Diesel comes in. He's going to be taunted his way through. First to fall. That's going to be the first immortality coming in. Can he get out? He's getting taunted here, but the damage from Zion standpoint finds him eventually. They get two, but Sasa still standing on. He's got the life steal. Jizo manning up, but Sasa with the winds of nature. He's trying his best, but his best is not enough. There's just too much from TODAK, and TODAK takes Game 2 against King Empire, denying them the comeback as we tie it 1-1 here in the playoffs. What a way to start MPL MY. What a way here